Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Paul. In this video, I'm going to be making homemade cherry liqueur, and I'll show you how easy it is to make with just a few steps. And finally, for a taste test, very sweet, very strong cherry flavor. I think this would pair excellent with chocolate. To make the cherry liqueur, you're going to need the 1 kilogram of fresh cherries. You can pit them if you like, 500 grams of granulated sugar, 1 liter of vodka or brandy, 1 vanilla bean, which is optional, and 1 cinnamon stick. It's end of June, and this time of year there's an abundance of cherries. You can usually find them on sale in your local supermarket, or if you're like me and you have a tree with more cherries than you know what to do with, then this is a great way of preserving those cherries. The ones up there are getting harder and harder to get to. Alright, so I've been picking these cherries. It's day 3. This is my 4th bucket. I'm not the only one. I had some help from family. Planning to maybe make wine from these or cherry liqueur. Make sure you remove the stem and wash and pick through any bad ones. Next, you want to make sure you sanitize all your equipment, including any containers or lids. So in my case, I'm just going to boil them for a few seconds. You want to do a really good job sanitizing just to kill off any bacteria that might linger on any of the containers. Okay, one done. And the glass bottles, which are formerly pomegranate juice bottles, I washed and then I sanitized with boiling water just from the kettle. There's other ways of doing this, but this is probably the cheapest way. Just make sure you wear a glove or maybe even a towel when you pour out the hot water. I've washed the cherries several times now. Alright, I'm just gonna make sure I sanitize the measuring cup as well. Now I'm just gonna add some sugar. I'm looking for grams, 250 grams. Okay, so that's about 200 grams. So we'll see how much is gonna fit into the Just gonna do this over the sink, I think. Gotta keep stirring this, shaking this until it dissolves more or less. Alright, so I think I'm gonna try adding some pure vanilla extract. This is Watkins pure vanilla extract from Costco. Just gonna do like half a teaspoon. Alright, and I'm just going to leave these out in the sun, by the window I mean, and see how things go. I'm just going to wait till all the sugar dissolves and turns into liquid. Alright, so the next step is going to be to add alcohol. You can use vodka or brandy or even rum. But in my case, I decided to go with vodka. So I'm just going to be adding vodka to the cherry and sugar mixture. And you just want to cover the cherries. Just shake it. And that's going to be it. For a better taste, you want to add the vodka after you let the cherries sit in the windowsill. The other way of doing it is to add the alcohol after this had a chance to sit in the sun. This one has been sitting in the sun and in the windowsill for a few months, so I'll add the alcohol next. So I'm just gonna add vodka. Alright, so this time I'm going to add Grey Goose. And this one has seeped in the sun. I guess the juices left all the cherries. And now I'm just going to add the vodka, the alcohol. Finally, I'm going to decant this into a vessel. So I have a really pretty looking one here. You can also use a strainer, like a finer strainer. This is like a coffee strainer, and the benefit of this is you're going to get a lot less sediment. So I put the light there so you can see the sediment that's forming. And the leftover cherry pits you can use, I guess, in cooking. Anytime you want something sweet with a cherry flavor and alcohol. Alright, and finally for a taste test. It's delicious. A little bit too sweet, but excellent. Cheers. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. If you're curious, this one tree produced over 60 kilograms of cherries. I'm not 100% sure about the variety, but probably it's the Lapin cherry, and it has a bit of a sour taste unless you let the cherries completely ripen, but then you're risking a lot of them getting spoiled or eaten by birds.